Hi friends, welcome to our channel. Now in this session we will discuss the least square method. The least square method. The least square method is used to learn linear models. The least square method is used to learn linear models for regression and classification. Least square method is used to learn linear models for regression and classification. So first we will discuss the regression and then move to classification. Suppose what is a regression problem? We already know the concept of regression and classification. The regression problem is finding a function estimator f cap, from the examples xi comma f of xi. Regression problem is we are finding a function estimator f cap from the examples xi comma f of xi. Now the difference between the actual and estimated function values. The difference between the actual and estimated function values is called residual. Represented with this symbol. Okay. So regression problem is we are estimating a function value, that is a function estimator. Suppose it is a supervised learning. For each training data it has an actual value also. By using regression I am finding the estimated value. The difference between the actual and the estimated function values is called residuals. Suppose the residual is equal to f of xi minus f cap of xi. This is the actual value, this is the estimated value. This difference is called residual. Now the sum of squares of residuals is to be minimized. So you know the concept, that is the difference must be low. If the difference is very low means we are accurately estimated the value. If the difference is high means the accuracy of estimation is failed. So if the sum of squares of residuals is to be minimized, and this is called least square method. So the least square method is to minimize the sum of squares of residuals. Suppose it is represented in the format sigma I is equal to 1 to n I square. This is the formula. Sigma I is equal to 1 to n, that is sum of squares of residuals. Squares of residuals means sigma I square. What is the value of sigma I? Not sigma. Suppose if you are using notation epsilon. Suppose epsilon I is equal to this one. This value is to be measured. This is the least square method. Okay. The first point is completed. In least square method, first we have to write the regression problem. So remember in points format, it is very easy to return. Suppose the first regression problem. What is the regression problem? Estimate some function value, that is simply the function estimator. So the function estimator is f cap from the examples si comma f of xi. So in regression means we have original values and estimated values. This is the original value, this is the estimated value. This is called residual. And what is the method? The method is to minimize the sum of squares of residuals. Residual is epsilon I, squares of residuals is epsilon I square, sum of all n terms. Suppose you have n examples, all n examples is to be minimized. Now consider a univariate linear regression problem. Okay, this is the definition. Now move to one example of regression. So in this session we will discuss first in the least square method we will discuss univariate linear regression. Univariate linear regression. Okay. Suppose consider two features W and H, that is the weight and H. For example, W is the weight and H is the height. We already know the equation, that is the slope intercept equation. Y is equal to A plus Bx. Y is equal to A plus Bx. This is the equation of slope intercept. That is here A and B. We know A is the intercept, B is the slope. Okay, X and Y are the 2 points. So similar to those slope equation, assume two features weight and H. We have to find the relationship between these two features. We have to find the relationship between these two features. Suppose the features are represented, if these features, we are providing n values. For example, in the previous we are considering sigma I is equal to 1 to n. We are providing n values of Wi comma Hi. So here what are Wi, Hi? Wi, Hi are the original values. Remember, Wi, Hi, I am providing n values of Wi and Hi pairs. Okay. First I am assuming a linear equation. I am assuming a univariate linear equation similar to slope intercept equation. That is W is equal to A plus BH. Suppose I am assuming the equation W is equal to A plus BH. Okay. From this equation, we have to find the values of A and B. Remember, we have to find the values of A and B because we know the values of W and H, A and B, such that, what is the condition? Such that the sum of squares of residuals is to be minimized. The values of A and B such that the sum of squares of residuals is to be minimized. So convert this equation. So what is the value? Sigma I is equal to 1 to n. So what are the residuals? Original values is Wi. Suppose I am writing for W. What are the original values of W? Original values are Wi minus. Suppose this is the calculated equation. So this is the estimated value minus A plus BHI. I am providing HI value whole square. This value is to be minimized. Observe. The point is very simple. The original values are Wi. This is the calculated value by providing H as the input. So original f of x minus f cap of x. So Wi minus this equation A plus BHI whole square. This sum is to be minimized. So to get the solution, I am using partial derivatives. So you know the partial derivative concept, dou by dou A, dou by dou B. Suppose the first one I am performing dou by dou A of this one. Sigma I is equal to 1 to n Wi minus A plus BHI whole square. Here A is a constant. So simply the answer is minus 2 sigma I is equal to, you know the dou partial derivatives, it is power 2. So it becomes a minus 2 sigma I is equal to 1 to n Wi. Sigma I is equal to 1 to n Wi minus A plus BHI. Okay. To get the solution, I am equating my partial derivatives to 0. Suppose for this equation, I am calculating dou by dou A value. From this, I am getting the value A cap. Suppose I am estimating my values in, you are representing function f estimated as f cap. Similarly, A cap and B cap. How we are getting A cap? So in the Wi, it contains some set of values. I am taking the average, that is mean of all the values. I am considering the mean of all values because we are getting the sum of all the numbers. Simply observe. So the equation is Wi minus A minus BHI. So if we want A cap is equal to the mean of all values W bar minus B cap into H bar. Okay, you got the point. So instead of here we have to take sum of all the values. By taking sum of all the values and taking the estimation of all the values, we are getting the average mean value. So simply A cap is equal to W bar minus, I am moving this A to right side. If it is equal to 0, this minus A move to right side. So it becomes plus A. This WI becomes W bar, B becomes B bar, HI becomes H bar. This is A bar. This is A bar. Now calculating dou by dou B of. So dou by dou B of sigma I is equal to 1 to n Wi minus A plus BHI whole square. So the answer is minus 2 into sigma I is equal to 1 to n minus 2 into sigma I is equal to 1 to n Wi minus A plus BHI into HI because I am calculating derivation for B. B contains one parameter. So in the previous here is a constant, but here contains parameter into HI. This is equal to 0. Now how we are simplifying this equation? Simply substitute A. The A is substituted with this value. The A cap is substituted this value, that is W bar minus B cap H bar. Okay, I am erasing this one. Suppose simply minus 2 sigma I is equal to 1 to n Wi minus A plus BHI is replaced with W bar plus B cap H bar, B cap H bar, this A, the B cap H bar plus BHI into HI. This is the equation. So what we are getting? Wi into HI minus W bar into HI plus, minus B cap into H bar, B cap into HI. So what is our required answer? Our required answer is B cap. Our required answer is B cap. So what is the answer? Sigma I is equal to 1 to n. So this entire B term, so this term moves to right side. This term moves to this one. Here what is the term we are getting? Wi HI minus W bar HI. So by taking the common terms, Wi minus W bar, Wi minus W bar into simply HI minus H bar, HI minus H bar, HI minus H bar by, so the B common terms is this one, HI minus H bar. This is the equation. Okay. So observe, I am simply taking one equation, W is equal to A plus BH. The concept is very simple. W is equal to A plus BH, a linear equation. So to get the solution, I am using partial derivatives of with A at V. So with A, this is the partial derivative. With B, this is the partial derivative. Okay. In this one, instead of considering sum of all the values, I am taking the mean value. That is to get the result. All values are moved from mean. That is, we are considering deviations from the mean. So this concept is also discussed in later. So by considering the mean, simply the A cap value is equal to W bar, that is the mean of all W's with height of all W's. So simply by substituting this A value in this equation, we are getting this one. By taking the common terms, this is the solution we are getting. This is the regression coefficient. B cap is called the regression. Here A cap is called intercept. Remember, A cap is called intercept. B cap is called the regression coefficient or slope. The regression coefficient or slope. And simply Okay, I am erasing this one. So what is our answer? W is equal to A plus BH. Then how we are representing? W is equal to A cap plus B cap into H. W is equal to, this is our solution, A cap plus B cap into H. We already know A cap value, no B cap value. Substituting A cap and B cap, we are get the solution for that is the univariate relation between A and B. Univariate relation between A and B. This is the solution we are getting. Okay. Okay. By observing this equation, how the regression coefficient B cap. The regression coefficient is the ratio of, remember, the regression coefficient is the ratio of covariance, between H and W. Covariance between H and W to the variance of H. By equation, B cap is equal to, that is n times, because sigma I is equal to 1 to n times the covariance between H and W, that means Hi minus Hy, Hi minus H bar into Wi minus W bar. Covariance between H and W, if you are using multiplication of two parameters, and the variance of Hi minus H bar. This is the regression coefficient. For example, assume a future x, is x and the target variable is y. For a future x, the target variable y, and what is the regression coefficient? The regression coefficient is n times the covariance between x and y. So sigma xy, this is the representation. Okay, the covariance between x and y by n times the variance between x, n times of the variance of x. Suppose if n cancel, what is the answer? Nxy by sigma x. This is the regression coefficient for a future x and the target variable y. For a future x and a target variable y. Okay. In this equation, that is in this, we know A cap is the intercept, B cap is regression coefficient. For the intercept A cap, the regression line pass through x bar, y bar. If you draw a line with these points, for the intercept A cap, the regression line pass through x bar, y bar. Here what is x bar, y bar? X bar, y bar is mean. Here bar represents mean of all x values. Y bar represents mean of all target values. Okay, this one. If we are adding any constant to x value, if we are adding a constant to all x values, it changes only the intercept but does not modify any regression coefficient. Got it? Again I will explain. Suppose for the intercept A cap, the regression line passes through the mean, passes through x bar, y bar. If we are adding a constant to all the x values, it does not affect the regression coefficient. Why? Because all the values are deviated from mean, that is, we are calculated from mean. For example, we have x1, x2 and so on xn values. If we are adding a constant to all the values, then no problem, the mean does not change. Because all the points are deviated from mean. So for that purpose, generally what we will do, we have to make zero intercept. So how we are making zero intercept? The line passes through x bar, y bar. Suppose if the x bar is subtracted from each x value, okay, subtract x bar from each xi. From each xi, if you are subtracting x value, automatically that is a zero intercept. Zero intercept means now x is, the line passes through 0. The line passes at the coordinate 0 instead of mean, and it is equal to y cap, and it is equal to the y cap. Okay, here one additional point. The point is the line passes through x bar, y bar. If we are adding any constant to all x values, it does not modify the regression coefficient. Why? Because all the values are deviated from the mean. So to make the calculation simple, we are making zero intercept. Zero intercept means from all x values, if you are subtracted x bar, that is from all x values, if you are subtracted their mean, automatically it moves to 0th position. Then it is equal to y cap. Then it is equal to y cap. That is the point we are getting. Suppose, okay. So this one, for this one, I additionally adding, suppose if we replace xi, with xi dash, if we replace xi with xi dash, so what is the value of xi dash? Xi by sigma xx. Suppose if you replace xi, all xi values in the equation with xi dash, so the equation of xi dash is xi by xx. So what I am doing here, what is all xi values are derived by the variance. All the values of xi are divided by its variance. Suppose replace x bar value with x bar dash. Similarly, we have xi value and x bar values. If you replace all xi values with this one, all x bar values with this one. Similarly, x bar by sigma xx. Okay. So the first step, we have two-step process. This is a two-step process for calculation. The first step is replacement of x values. Replace all xi values with xi dash. So what are the values? That means divide all x values by their variances. All x values by their variances. And second step is take. So what is this one? This is called normalized. This is called normalized future. Now second step is take the covariance between these normalized future and the target variable. So first step is find out, that is convert the given future, the futures into normalized futures. How we are converting the futures into normalized futures? All the future values are divided with their variance. Then automatically it becomes normalized future. Now take the covariance between the normalized future and the target variable. So target variable is y. The normalized future is this one, xi dash and x bar dash 1. So take the covariance. So the covariance is, now what is the regression coefficient? B cap is equal to 1 by n. So I will explain how it comes. 1 by n, sigma I is equal to 1 to n xi dash minus x bar dash. Xi dash minus x bar dash into yi minus y bar. Okay. So this is also the actual definition. This is in the univariate linear regression. We are also get the same answer. But here I am representing in another fashion. I am represented in the dot product of the future, that is normalized future, and the target variable. So this is one. Here there we are writing wi minus w bar into hi minus h bar. Similarly here wi is the future. So instead of future I am using the normalized futures. Okay, x is the future, instead of x I am writing w, instead of h I am writing y. Okay, This is the regression coefficient. This is the regression coefficient. So the two steps are, first to take the normalized future, that is future, and take the covariance between the normalized future and the target variable. Normalized future and the target variable. And one more important point is, and the last one in the univariate is sum of residuals. We already know the least square method is to reduce the sum of residuals, that is the minimize sum of residuals. So sum of residual solution is equal to 0. To get the answer, we are making the solution is equal to 0. So the equation is sigma I is equal to 1 to n yi b cap xi, yi minus b cap xi suppose the solution is simply sigma I is equal to 1 to n yi minus, this is the equation we are already getting. The same point, so see this one. The first univariate solution, first I am writing sigma I is equal to 1 to n wi minus a plus bhi, wi minus a plus bhi. Instead of w I am using y, sorry, instead of w I am using s, instead of h I am using x, instead of y I am using this one. So yi minus a cap plus b cap xi, this is. So to get the least square residuals, the solution is equal to 0. That means by taking sum of all the terms, simply taking the mean value y bar minus a cap minus b cap x. So the same answer. See this one. I am using minus symbol for the bracket. This is we are getting. This is the solution. This is the solution. So here a cap is equal to y minus, suppose a cap is equal to y bar minus b cap into x bar. We already know this equation. Because of this, in the least square methods, that is in linear regression also, there is a chance for overfitting. There is a chance for overfitting. So this is the univariate linear regression problem. Okay, up to now we have discussed the univariate regression problem in linear model. So once again I will explain. In univariate regression problem, the first one is what is a regression problem, what is residual, what is the least square method, what is least square method. Okay, the second one is univariate regression problem. Consider the equation w is equal to a plus bh. W is equal to a plus bh. Suppose assume original values are wi, the mean values are w bar. Similarly hi and h bar. Suppose in the latter I am using x as a future and y as a target variable. Apply the same procedure, that is wi minus w bar into hi minus h bar. So the only remembering point is the regression coefficient b bar is the ratio of n times the covariance between x and y to the variance of x, or covariance between w and h by covariance of h. So by derivating all these solutions, we are getting this one. Okay. Now in the next session, we will move to multivariate and regression and some additional points. And we have some more additional points in the least square method. Okay, remember this least square method is not completed. We will move to the next part for completion of this least square method. Thank you.